Welcome, everyone. Today, we are here to discuss the male reproductive system and the anatomy and physiology of the various connected organs and tissues. We will dive into the details and get to understand better the different topics and related topics. We hope this will be an interesting and informative discussion. Let's get started. The male reproductive system is composed of organs that primarily produce and transfer sperm. These organs include the testes, epididymis, vas deferens, seminal vesicles, prostate gland, and penis. The testes, located in the scrotum, generate mature sperm and the hormone testosterone. The epididymis and vas deferens store and move sperm, while the seminal vesicles and prostate gland provide the fluid to maintain and transmit the sperm. Lastly, the penis is an external organ used during sexual activity to deposit sperm into the female reproductive system. The human male reproductive system is responsible for the production of sperm, the secretion of male sex hormones, and maintaining the general health of a male reproductive system. Comprising of the testicles, the epididymis, the penis and the prostate, this system helps to produce, nourish, transport and store sperm cells. As such, men are able to reproduce and father children. The male reproductive system plays an important role in the reproduction of life. Its components include the epididymis, vas deferens, urinary bladder, prostate gland, seminal vesicle, anus, and penis. Each of these organs provides its own vital function that enables successful fertilization to occur. The male reproductive system consists of the testes and the external genitalia. The testes produce sperm and androgens, hormones that induce and keep male secondary sex characteristics such as facial hair. The external genitalia comprise of structures such as the penis, the scrotum and the prostate gland, which helps to move and store sperm and semen. These components work collectively to help support male reproductive health and function. The spermatic cord and epidydym form part of the male reproductive system, combining to move sperm from the testes to the penis. Situated in the scrotal sac, the testes, also known as testicles, act as the male primary sex organs, producing both testosterone, the male sex hormone, and sperm. Scrotum is a structure outside of the body which acts like a pouch for the testes. Testes are vital for reproduction as they are responsible for producing sperm and testosterone. Scrotum helps in protecting and regulating the temperature of the testes, which is needed for optimal sperm production. Scrotum is a vital component of the male reproductive system. It not only helps in maintaining the necessary low temperature required for sperm production, but also safeguards the testes against any mechanical damages. The scrotum temperature is about 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius lower than the normal internal body temperature, which is a must for the generation of healthy sperm. The scrotum is an external pouch that houses the testes, being an integral part of the male reproductive system. It is linked to the abdominal cavity via the inguinal canal, enabling the testes to stay outside of the body and at a lower temperature compared to the rest of the body. This lower temperature is essential for the proper maturation of sperm. An important anatomical structure, the spermatic cord is composed of arteries, veins, nerves, vas deferens and other tissues. It passes from the abdomen to each testicle, through the inguinal canal, linking the testicles and the abdomen. The spermatic cord is essential for the normal functioning of the human reproductive system. gubernaculum is a fibrous cord playing an essential role in the male reproductive system. It assists in guiding the testes to descend into the scrotum during development so as to support and regulate the temperature of the testes. This ultimately leads to the production of healthy and viable sperm. Answer. The answer to the question is vas deferens. This fibrous cord links the testis to the bottom of the scrotum and is termed vas deferens. It plays an important role in the transportation of sperm cells. The male reproductive system consists of two principal elements: the testes and the related structures which lead to the production of sperm. The major roles of the testes are to produce hormones, form sperm and store nutrients. Hormones produced by the testes regulate the body's reproductive cycle and are responsible for male characteristics and sexual progress. Additionally, the testes keep proteins and carbohydrates to support energy and provide essential nutrients to the sperm to allow them to move about and function correctly. The male reproductive system consists of two main components, the testes and accessory glands. Together they produce and secrete male hormones and gametes. The testes are in charge of making sperm cells through spermatogenesis. They also secrete the hormone testosterone, which is integral for the development of primary and secondary sexual characteristics in males. Testosterone affects reproductive behavior as well as contributing to muscle growth and metabolic activity. The testis is an organ of the male reproductive system and has an intricate internal structure. It is composed of seminiferous tubules lined with spermatogenic cells that are responsible for sperm production. Interstitial cells which are located between the seminiferous tubules secrete androgens such as testosterone, which plays a major role in the development and function of the reproductive system. The testis is the male reproductive organ, composed of two protective layers. The tunica albuginea, made of fibrous connective tissue, and the tunica vaginalis, composed of epithelium and connective tissue. Examining the histology of the testis reveals that each layer serves an important purpose in the reproductive process. The tunica vaginalis is a pouch of serous membrane composed of an epithelial layer and connective tissue that covers the testis. It plays an important role in protecting the testis and allowing for its normal development and functioning, thus being an essential element of the human reproductive system. The tunica albuginea is a fibrous connective tissue that forms a layer around each testis, offering extra protection to the internal reproductive organs. It is also in charge of contracting and pushing the sperm towards the epididymis during ejaculation. Seminiferous tubules are the structural elements of the testis, encompassed by a tough epithelial layer that consists of various layers of cells. This epithelium provides the foundation for sperm cell formation. Inside the seminiferous tubules are a selection of cells that create, mature, and move spermatozoa. The tubules link up to the rete testis, which is in charge of accumulating sperm produced by the tubules and conveying it to the epididymis. The human reproductive system is complex and fascinating, with the germinal epithelium playing an important role. The germinal epithelium contains spermatogonial cells, which are undifferentiated male germ cells, as well as Sertoli cells, also known as nourishing cells. Both of these components are critical for human reproductive processes. The human reproductive system is an intricate and intriguing system of organs and hormones that collaborate to generate new life. Spermatogonia, the precursor cells of sperm production, are dividing via meiosis to form spermatozoa or sperms. These sperms, when impregnating the egg, form the embryo that can become a baby. Grasping the importance of the human reproductive system is essential to comprehending human biology and reproduction. Sertoli cells, located in the male reproductive system, play an important role in the male reproductive cycle. They provide nutrition for the spermatozoa and generate the hormone inhibin. This hormone works to reduce the level of follicle-stimulating hormone, FSH, being produced. It is an essential process for the balance of hormones in the body and for overall reproductive health. Interstitial spaces are located outside of the seminiferous tubules and are an integral part of the reproductive system. They provide vital support and nutrients for the seminiferous tubules and allow for the movement of sperm and other fluids between them. Interstitial spaces also aid in the production of hormones that assist in regulating the reproductive cycle. The seminiferous and interstitial spaces are part of the human reproductive system. The interstitial cells of Leydig, also known as Leydig cells, are located in the interstitial spaces and produce androgens, the most prominent of which is testosterone. Testosterone plays a central role in the development of reproductive organs, the control of secondary sexual characteristics, and the formation of sperm cells. Testosterone is an anabolic steroid and the main hormone produced in male testes. It has an essential role in the growth of male physical qualities like body hair and body strength, and also in the production of sperm. High levels of testosterone can have many beneficial impacts on male health and happiness. Cryptorchidism, also known as undescended testis, is a condition in which one or both of the testicles do not move into the scrotum shortly after birth. If the testicles remain in the abdomen, sperms may not be produced, which can result in impaired fertility and even sterility. Answer. Our bodies are remarkable systems, and the human reproductive system is no exception. The testes are essential parts of the male reproductive system and are located in the scrotum. In each testis, you will find a number of testicular lobules. The number of these lobules can vary from 250 to 500. The human male reproductive system is composed of a number of organs that work together to produce, store, and transport male reproductive cells, or sperm. These organs include the testes, epididymis, urethra, vas deferens, prostate gland, seminal vesicles, and bulbourethral glands. Together, these components create a single pathway for the transfer of sperm from the testes to the outside of the body. The testes are the main source of sperm, and it is these cells that are responsible for male fertility. The epididymis, urethra, vas deferens, prostate gland, seminal vesicles, and bulbourethral glands are responsible for storing, transporting, and secreting fluids that help transport sperm and provide nourishment for the sperm cells. This system allows for the transfer of sperm to the female reproductive system, which is necessary for reproduction. Vasa efferentia, commonly referred to as efferent ducts, connect the seminiferous tubules of the testis to the tail of the epididymis. They transport the sperm cells populated with seminal fluid produced in the tubules. As the cells and fluid pass through the vas efferentia, they also undergo a maturation process before reaching the tail of the epididymis. The rete testis is a complex network of tubules in the testis that facilitates the transport of spermatozoa from the seminiferous tubules to the vas efferentia. This network is composed of multiple interconnecting and branching tubules, and is a fundamental component of the male reproductive system, being essential for the production of healthy, viable spermatozoa. The epididymis is a vital element of the human reproductive system. It is a slender, coiled tube situated alongside the backside of each testis. It acts as a transit route for sperm to move from the testes to the vas deferens. Additionally, the epididymis helps in storing and moving sperm to the semen vesicles for the purpose of fertilization. Epididymis is essential for human reproduction as it provides a space for sperm cells to mature. Without this process, reproductive capabilities would be greatly hindered. The human reproductive system is divided into 3 distinct regions. The head or caput contains the epididymis, while the body or corpus and the tail or cotta also have the epididymis. All 3 regions are necessary for the system to function correctly. The epididymis is a coiled tube-like structure situated behind the testis and enclosing the rete testis. This is where sperm go through maturation and storage processes, and connects to the vas deferens via the vasa efferentia for transportation of spermatozoa. The caput epididymis then absorbs spermatozoa via the vasa efferentia. The vas deferens, also known as the ductus deferentia, is a crucial part of the human reproductive system. It is a lengthy, thin muscular tube lined with pseudostratified columnar epithelium and lamina propria, combined with areolar connective tissue. This structure is responsible for transferring sperm from the epididymis to the seminal vesicle. Together with the testis, they form the primary male sexual organs. The vas deferens, also known as the ductus deferens, is a muscular tube that is an integral part of the male reproductive system. Its primary purpose is to transport sperm from the epididymis to the ejaculatory duct, which is where it is deposited during ejaculation. It is comprised of 3 layers, beginning at the tail of the epididymis and running through the inguinal canal to the lower abdomen, where it loops over the urinary bladder. The vas deferens thus facilitates the movement of sperm from the testes, where it is produced, to the ejaculatory ducts and out of the body. The vas deferens and the duct of the seminal vesicle in the male reproductive system join together to form the ejaculatory duct. This duct carries sperm and seminal fluid through the prostate gland and out of the body. The two ejaculatory ducts are an integral part of the human reproductive system. Situated between the vas deferens and the seminal vesicles, they are responsible for conveying sperm and seminal fluid into the urethra and thus enabling them to reach their eventual destination. Moreover, these ducts also come together in the core of the prostate. This convergence is imperative for the ensuring and successful propagation of the species. The male reproductive system consists of a network of structures starting with the seminiferous tubules in the testes that produce sperm cells, or spermatozoa. These tubules link to the rete testis and are joined by the vasa efferentia, forming the epididymis. The sperm then continue their travel through the vas deferens and reach the ejaculatory duct, which combines with the urethra, and is released during ejaculation. In the female, the sperm are discharged into the vagina where fertilization can happen. The epididymis is a coiled tube situated on the back of the testis. It has a vital part in the transport and development of sperm. It is a critical element in the male reproductive system and assists in the fertilization of eggs created by the female's ovaries. Urethra is a tube that connects bladder to the exterior of the body. It is the only common passage for both urinary and reproductive systems. It starts from the bladder and runs through the length of the penis and ends at the urethral meatus located near its base. This is a smart arrangement of the body which enables it to easily and privately discharge urine and semen. The human reproductive system comprises of 3 columns of tissue, skin, deep dorsal vein and tunica albuginea, with trabeculae forming the outermost layer. In between these columns is an array of cavities, which includes cavemical spaces, septum, corpus, and the paired upper and dorsal corpora cavernosa. The single ventral corpus spongiosum is also present, containing the urethra. The corpora cavernosa is a major vascular part of the penis composed of particular tissue filled with hollows that are filled with blood. This unique tissue allows the penis to stiffen, making insemination possible. The glans penis is an essential component of the human reproductive system. Situated at the end of the penis, the corpus spongiosum expands, developing a bulbous structure. This area is covered by the prepuce, or foreskin. It serves the purpose of offering an entry point for the urethra, thus allowing sperm and urine to be released from the body. Male accessory genital glands are an essential part of the male reproductive system, made up of the seminal vesicles, prostate gland, and Cowper's or bulbourethral glands. Knowing the role of each of these glands is vital for preserving reproductive health. Seminal vesicles are two simple tubular glands situated behind and below the urinary bladder. They secrete a fluid that helps nourish and protect the sperm, supplying it with nutrients and enabling it to move and fertilize an egg. Seminal vesicles are a key part of the human reproductive system. They secrete an alkaline, viscous fluid that makes up 60% of semen. This fluid consists of fructose, proteins, citric acid, inorganic phosphorus, potassium, and prostaglandins, all of which form an optimal environment to facilitate the journey of sperm to the female reproductive tract. Seminal vesicles are essential for human reproduction, as they provide sperms with energy and enhance their chances of successfully reaching an ovum. Additionally, they secrete prostaglandins that support the locomotion of sperms and make the cervix more receptive to them. The prostate gland is situated below the urinary bladder and has an indispensable role in the reproductive system. It accounts for 15 to 30% of the semen generated in the body, making it a fundamental part of the reproductive process. Therefore, it is vital that it is kept in good health and functioning at its peak. The prostate is located in the male reproductive system and is responsible for producing a fluid that aids in nourishing and activating sperm. This fluid is typically clear and slightly acidic. Through this, it helps maintain good sperm health and activity, thereby furthering successful reproduction. The Cowper's or bulbourethral glands are located directly underneath the prostate gland at the start of the internal section of the penis. These glands produce a clear, slightly alkaline fluid that is released during sexual arousal. Its main purpose is to assist in lubricating the urethra in anticipation of ejaculation and to neutralize any acidity that may be caused by urinary tract infections. The Cowper's or bulbourethral gland is a valuable part of the human reproductive system. It secretes an alkaline fluid that lubricates the urethra, acting as a flushing agent. This fluid helps to decrease the risk of bacteria entering the reproductive system, which in turn helps to maintain healthy fertility. The answer to the question is bulbourethral glands. These glands are located near the prostate and are responsible for secreting a lubricating fluid to the male genitalia, helping to reduce friction during intercourse. This process is essential for reproductive success, and it is essential for us to understand the role it plays in the overall functioning of the human reproductive